hopefully you guys read section 18.3 since I'm gone now. It's very important that you guys are reading to get this information. Okay. We are going to now do the 18.3 work together. So you should be looking at the directions, and those are on page 545 in your book. And then you will need page 33 out of your workbook. Okay. What we are doing for 18.3 is we are going to be creating this plant asset record. Okay. And so number one, it tells us that we're going to complete this plant asset record for the years 20X1 through 20X3, and we're going to use the following additional information. And so it gives us that information on a computer monitor and then also a notebook computer.
Main office.
Okay, so the first thing that I want to write down is my plant asset record number, and that they are giving it to us in the book, so it's number 241. The next thing that I want to do is I want to put in some information about that record 241. The description is it's a computer monitor, and again I'm getting this right out of the book. They give it to us in the directions. The general ledger account number is number 1215, and the general ledger account is story equipment. Now, the date that we bought it on is January 3rd. And we're going to use this 20X1. I should have probably simplified that. 20X1 there. The serial number 51-4882. And the original cost, so what we originally paid for that computer monitor. And I think that information we have to actually go back to 18.2. Is it on there? Yep. Back on 18.2, that's where we're going to get the rest of the information. Okay, so when I look at an 18.2, this is on page 31. It tells us that the original cost of the computer monitor was $560. The estimated useful life, again, I'm going to look back at my 18.2 work together, and that is 5 years. The estimated salvage value is $60. And the depreciation method that we are using is straight line. And that information all came from 18.2. Now, can I fill out this section here? Disposed of. Hopefully you are saying no, because we have not disposed of this. We're just creating this plant asset record right now. So we haven't disposed of it yet. Okay. Now we're going to figure out what our depreciation is, our accumulated depreciation, and also our ending book value. So we bought it in 20X1, so we're going to label that as our first year, 20X1. And our annual depreciation, then, we have to figure out, we can go back to our work together on 18.2, and we can see that that is already filled out for us for 20X1, 20X2, and 20X3. So we are simply going to take that information and we're going to now put it onto our plant asset record. 20X1, annual depreciation is $100 a year. That means our accumulation is only 100. Our ending book value then, we take a 100 minus that 560, and we get 460 for our ending book value. 20x2, our annual depreciation does not change, it's 100. Our accumulated depreciation, we need to add those two together. Our ending book value, we're going to take our original cost minus our accumulated. $20x3. Again, our annual depreciation is the same. We add that annual depreciation to our accumulated to get 300. And our ending book value, we take 300 minus the original cost. So at the end of the year on 23, now that computer monitor is only worth $260. It's not worth that $560 anymore. Okay, our next plant asset record is going to be for a notebook computer. It's going to be record 242. It is General Ledger account 1205, and the account is office equipment. We bought it on October 12th, 20X1. Our serial number is GY1281. The original cost, again, we're going to need to go back to 18.2 work together, and the original cost of that was $2,750. Our estimated useful life for a notebook computer is 4 years. Our estimated salvage value after those 4 years is $350. And the depreciation method that we are going to use again is our straight line. Okay, so again I need to fill out for my years. So 20X1, my annual depreciation. I'm going to look back again onto 18.2, and I find that my annual depreciation is $100. My accumulated is 100. I'm going to subtract from my original cost, so I should get $20x2. Our depreciation, our annual depreciation is 600. Remember, we are looking off of 18.2. So my accumulated depreciation now is 700. I'm going to subtract that from my original cost. So really what we're doing here for this bottom section is we are pretty much copying off of that 18.2, the depreciation that we have already figured out. So now we're on to 20x3. Annual depreciation is another $600. It's depreciated at $1,300. Our ending book value now is $1,450. And we are going to do through 20X4. Okay, so this is then the part 1. We filled out those plant asset records for years 20X1 through 20X4. And actually, this 20X4 you did not need to fill out yet. We will fill that one out later. So I goofed up there.